In this video, we will see how to configure group policy on Windows Server 2022. So I have logged on to Windows Server 2022. Active Directory Domain Services is also installed on this server. So this server is also a domain controller. As you could see, domain name is mydomain.local. To configure group policy, click on Tools and then go to Group Policy Management. This will open up the group policy management console. On the left hand side, you will see the forest name, expand forest, expand domains, and then I see the domain name that I have installed. Now let me expand the domain name, and in this list, look for group policy objects. So group policy settings are collected together under group policy object. In order to configure group policy, we need to first create a group policy object. If I expand group policy objects, I could see two default policies. So the first one is default domain controllers policy. This policy is applied only on domain controllers. And the second one is default domain policy, which is applied on all user accounts and computer accounts in the domain. Now to create new group policy object, right click group policy objects and click on new, and then give a name to the group policy object. So I'll just say test GPO and then click OK. So now the new GPO is listed here. Now we need to add the settings that we want to be part of this group policy object. These settings would be applied on user accounts or on computer accounts. So as part of this demo video, I'm going to select the setting which prevents access to registry editor. So to add the setting, right click the new GPO and then click on the option edit. This will open up group policy management editor window. Settings which apply on computer accounts would be under computer configuration, and settings which are applied on user accounts would be under user configuration. So the setting that I am going to apply in this demo video is part of user configuration. So let me navigate to that setting. So let me go to policies, administrative templates, and then system. So here I see the option to prevent access to registry editing tools. I'm going to enable this setting. What this setting will do is it will block access to registry editor tool. So let me double click this setting and then click on enabled and then click apply at the bottom and then OK. So I have enabled this setting that prevents access to registry editing tools. Now let me close this group policy management editor. On the test GPO, which is the new GPO that I just now created, let me go to the settings tab. If I go to the settings tab and scroll down, under user configuration, I see the setting that I just now added to the group policy object. Now we have created a new group policy object. We also added the required setting to the group policy object. The next step is to link this group policy object to a OU, that is organizational unit. Now you can link group policy object to either OU or to the domain or to a site. In this demo video, we are going to link group policy object to a OU. Now if I open Active Directory users and computers, I have already created a test OU, and this test OU has a user account called test user. So I'm going to link group policy object to this test OU so that the settings of the group policy object will be applied on test user. Look for the OU in this list. Right click the OU and click on the option link an existing GPO. Now it will show me the list of group policy objects. So I need to link test GPO. So let me select test GPO and click OK. And if you could see on the right hand side, it says linked group policy objects and it has test GPO in the list. I could also see link enabled option is yes, and the GPO status is also enabled. So this test GPO is now linked to the test OU. Now I'm going to check if the required setting is applied on this user account or not. In order to check that, I have logged on to Windows 11 computer with test user account. Now if I search for registry editor and if I try to open it up, then I'm able to open registry editor tool. So the policy is not yet applied on this user account. In order for this policy to take effect, let me open command prompt and then type gp update space slash force. So what this command will do is it will forcefully apply any of the new settings in the group policy on this system, and then click enter. And now it says computer policy update and user policy update has completed successfully. Now let me try to open registry editor. And now I get this message, registry editing has been disabled by your administrator. So we get this message because registry editing tool is blocked through group policy. So in this video we created a new group policy object. We added the required setting to the group policy object, and then we linked the GPO to the OU, and then we also verified if the policy is taking effect on the client computer or not. So if you found this information useful, then please subscribe to IT tutorials. Thank you.